Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. From all of that background, the dog is very excited today, and excited for a good reason, I'm sure. We have today a match between Babaryann and Hobotango in the Steel Division League Division 5 Grand Final. So we're right through to the final. These two players are the players competing in the best of 5 in the Grand Final. And we're going to pick one game from this matchup to have a look at. And the winner of this game is the winner of the best of 5. So we get to see some Division 5 action. I know you guys like seeing some of the lower league divisions as well. I have been listening, so we are going to see it in action. The dog's taking a really long drink right now. I don't know whether you can hear this. I know I've been chatting about all my audio changes that I'm going on, but I have since picked up the expensive mixer that I was talking about, so things did change. It's a very long story. I'm sure I'm going to bore you with it in a video coming up at some point, or I might mention it, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, let's get off that. Let's get into the action. Hopefully, I'm just messing around with my audio as well still because of those changes. So, you know, continue to leave feedback if there are issues with audio or anything you want to say. Please continue to leave the video feedback because I am continually tweaking settings. It's going to take me a few weeks till I get into a place where I can comfortably kind of continue, you know, throughout for the foreseeable future. Okay, so Babaryann. I'm going to call him Babaryann. I'm thinking that's probably what the name is. I was at one point I was thinking Babaryann or Babaryann, but no, I think it's probably Babaryann. So we'll go with that. If it's wrong, sorry. He's playing the 116th Panzer on the left-hand side in blue, playing Vanguard Income. This is still pre-Burning Baltics. I am 99% certain this is pre-Burning Baltics. We should be able to tell once we get in game. I'll have a look at some of the, you know, the Panzer 4J or the Panzer 3L, whatever, and we'll make sure, but I'm pretty certain. But the actual screenshot of the deck is post-Burning Baltics, so there might be some difference in prices of tanks, things like that. In terms of the deck itself, you should have had a little bit of a while to have a look at it. I'm not going to go into as much detail as I do with the Division 1 finals. They're kind of extra special, so I'll take a lot more detail discussing things. What I would say is B phase, we've got lots of Panzer Shreks, so interesting that Babaryann's opted to take those in B phase rather than A phase. You usually see the Panzer Shreks early on into the game because they're so cheap. They've got those bikes, they can get straight to the front line, and they can get into places where the enemy might not expect. So he's opted to take them in B phase. You can get a lot more of them by doing that, but it's not usually something that we see. Otherwise, 37 units of infantry is not much infantry as at all. I would think most people would opt to take out that Pioneer Fuhrer in A phase. Perhaps put in the Battery Fuhrer in A phase, or just rely on the tank leaders to give themselves an extra card of mainline infantry. Because 37 units is quite minimum. Let's move over to the right-hand side. We have Hobotango. He is playing the 2nd Guards Tank Corps on Balanced Income. So we've got a Vanguard versus Balanced matchup. Lots of T-34s in this game. How will they do against the Panthers? Remember, pre-Burning Baltics. We will double check, but pre-Burning Baltics, so the interplay between T-34, 85s and Panthers is different to how the game is currently. And so we'll see, you'll be able to see the old gameplay against what you're currently playing, if you are currently playing. And we will get to the Burning Baltics patch very soon, I'm sure. We see lots of Razvedka in this recon tab, don't we? What's that? 12 units of Razvedka. They get the bazookas. So I'm sure we're going to see plenty of bazookas out on the battlefield today. 2 cards in A. I don't think normally we would see 2 cards in A, but those bazookas, a bit like I was talking about with the Panzerschrecks, they are good to get out early, cheap, you know, great anti-tank equipment in close quarters battle. In terms of dealing with the tanks, we've got 2 Zis 3 cards in the anti-tank tab, and then we've got a card of Zis 2 guns. So I think Hobotango is definitely going to need to use his tanks to destroy some of the enemy Panthers, because I don't think that single card of Zis 2 gun is kind of going to be enough to do the damage. Right, let's get the game underway and get into the action. Here we go. So, recap. Babaryann on the left-hand side in blue. He is playing the 116th Panzer on Vanguard income, going very strong up north. And Hobotango on the right-hand side in red, playing 2nd Guards Tank Corps on balanced income. Going very strong into the centre, actually, for a balanced income deck. Looks like he's rushing in after Machikis there with some SG-43s in the M2A1. Yep, transports, along with smoke cover from the 82mm mortar. Looks like Babaryann's given up on his initial push, and he's just used those Flammenwerfers to spread out in that town. Let's have a look at this southern push, because I think this is going to be quite a big moment. Hobotango going in strong on a balanced income. This is not what you see often, but look at that smoke cover. Really nice play. The Aftermachikis, I mean, if one of them just sort of unloads next to that SPW-234, the grenades are going in. Yep, that one's dying. Push on. He's going to carry on pushing on. He's got the IG-18 to come up against, but he can go much, much further right now. T-34-76 in here. What a move from Hobotango. Great start to this matchup. I would like to see him push the M2A1s around the side of the town and start overwhelming this infantry. And he can get all the way, as far as I'm concerned right now. Ju-87D3 going up north. Panzergren coming in for the reinforcement. T-34-85 is being called up north. Panzer IV's against it. Let's just double check the range just to make sure. Yeah, we are pre-burning Baltics. Just wanted to double check. I thought it was the case. But sometimes, you know, when these games get played, I don't 100% know what patch they're on. Ju-87 going in for the diving attack. Ooh, just misses the direct hit. I think he would have got a kill if it would have been a direct hit. But he does heavily damage that T-34-85. Back to the centre, the IG-18 is now being overwhelmed by the M2A1s pushing around the town. The Panzergren should get a kill here with the Panzerfaust, if it can manage to align. We all know the problems they have. The IG-18 is now pinned down, but the Marder 3 making the save against the M2A1 in the south. Shot comes in from the ISU-152 down the road. That's a nice tank if you can get that very far forward. That can cut off the reinforcement round lines. The mortars firing in on those Panzergrens, and if the Razvedka and the Aftermachiki push up, should get the surrender depending on the hits from the mortar here. But up north, that T-34-85 is holding the line right now. Strong pushes from Babaryann, countering the push in the centre. Fantastic action for this Division 5 matchup here. Worthy of Division 1 attacking right now. I have commented in the past on looking at some lower sort of division replays that they do tend to be a bit more sort of safe and guarded and kind of conserve units at the start of the game and build up a force, but certainly not in this game. These two competitors are at it. And yeah, loving it so far. The Aftermachiki should push up into the building and destroy the Panzergrens. No problems, especially with the fire support from the M2A1. And the Razvedka there helping out. Marder 3's coming down the road. They can... No, the Marder 2 variant can take out the ISU-152, but the Marder 3 will struggle a bit more. Another bombing attack from the Ju-87D3. Hobotango needs to hold the line up north, though. Otherwise, his central push is for nothing. The Zis 3 gun does take out a Panzer 3L there. The T-34-85 soaking up so much damage, but finally goes down, I think, to a Panzer 3L in there. possibly a Panzer IV-H. The ZIS-3 gun isn't going to last much longer. Can it take down another tank? But we do have a T-34-85 coming in to reinforce. Panzergrenz rushing forwards. The SG-43 now taking fire from the German machine guns on those tanks, and the Panzergrenz using their MG-42 to help out as well. T-34-85 still firing right now. Looks like it's on the Panzer IIIL. Oh, it does go down there. Not sure which tank got the finishing kill, but the 85 going down is a bitter blow for Hobotango up in that northern central position. But he's continuing to push in the center, and it's a nice move. There's no reinforcements coming down into the south center where Hobotango is making this push. It's really nice to see him continue on this push, and yeah, who knows what is going to happen. This is an excellent start to the final of Division 5. What a fantastic game so far. 5 minutes in, absolute action from the start. The Panzergrenz are pushing up, but they are over the open ground, and the M2A1 is getting into the action. Oh, when they do surrender, the Aftermachiki do surrender there. If they had gotten into the building, the Aftermachiki would have wasted those Panzergrenz anyway, so, you know, not too fussed about what happened there. The Panzer IV-H, though, is getting itself into a position where the Aftermachiki could just hop buildings and get the kill there quite easily. Panzer IIIL spreading down south to pick up the flags. Nice move from Babaryann there. And is it going to catch the ZIS-3 gun? Or is it? No, it's the T-34-76 that's firing on it. Hobotango looks like he might have missed the opportunity for the kill onto the Panzer IV-H. I know he's going to be microing down into the southern position. SPW-2343 getting involved right now. I like the way that Babaryann's spreading out his units here across the front. He's not just got them all in one spot, which is helpful with the crossfire that's currently going on amongst Hobotango's units up on the top of the ridgeline. A couple of, well, 3 T-34-76 going up north. Not sure how much work they are going to do, and yeah, the Panzer IIIL finally finishes off that T-34. That Panzer IIIL is doing a fantastic job. I do love the Panzer IIILs. I play them myself when I play this deck. Fantastic units, great to see them in action, and I know there's some calls for nerfs on them in Burning Baltics, but they're not in a lot of divisions, and I like the fact they're a pretty unique unit. You don't see them in a lot of divisions, so I don't mind them being too strong. Back down south, Hobotango has spread out, but he hasn't managed to capture the far southern flag here, defended by the MG42 and the Marder 3. He is now going for it, though, with the T-34-76. M2A1's pushing forwards, but the Marder 3 is the defending unit here. And he's going to need the T-34-76 to get the kill on that. Looks like we're going to get the engagement now. Oh, bailout from Babaryann. The Marder 3 survives, and Hobotango is still going to have difficulty picking up this flag while the Marder 3 exists down here defending. Yeah, I mean, taking out the two half-tracks quite easily. The Aftermachiki are going to have to go in for a close-range kill, but can they do it? At the moment, they're not spotted. Will they be able to get through this light forest for the close-range AT grenade kill? No, the Marder 3N sees them moving through the forest. Will he be able to destroy them in time? The gun firing off there. Will he get the kill, or will the Aftermachikis manage to throw that grenade? One unit goes down. There's just 5 men left charging at the Marder 3. Are they going to make it? It's so close. They do. Missed the grenade. Oh, they've been down. Oh, they surrender. Babaryann holds the position and kills the T-34-76. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe Hobotango didn't get that kill then. That was unfortunate. What a miss from those Aftermachikis with that grenade. Oh, the Russians need more practice throwing those AT grenades, as the T-34-76 come up north to try and flank the Panzer IIIL there and get the rear shot. It's trying to turn. Side shot. Double hit from the T-34-76ers. They have the accuracy. The Aftermachikis need more training. 16-8 though for Babaryann. Although Hobotango is pushed hard down south, I have the feeling the income isn't helping him. Ju-87D3 going in for the kill on the... No, not going in for the kill. Going in to scare the Razvedka with the diving alarm on the Ju-87D3. Looks like we got a sparring match between the PaK-40 and the Zis 3 gun here. Both of which can kill each other, but it looks like the PaK-40 is going to get away with it. Oh, especially with the Ju-87 coming with the attack. Decides to launch his bombs that time. Babaryann has the 234/1. Looks like he will be able to clear up the M2A1, but the ISU is in there, especially if the PaK-40 gets the kill. But Babaryann, yeah, he's got a 16-8 here. His northern push has been able to pretty much take all the flags. I mean, he hasn't quite gone to the spawn, but it looks like he could do that. He may do that soon. T-34-76 from Hobotango do come in and take out the Panzer IV-H, but Babaryann's started to get the PaK-40s into position, and they are very good guns, you know, at defending territory. So, yeah, taking out the T-34-76 there, and the one coming into the Panzer IV-Js. I think he's going to lose this 2-on-1. Yeah, especially if they go in one at a time. The PaK-40 is actually, I think, in range of the other T-34-76. Yeah, oh, 1-2 kill there. Panzer IV-J and PaK-40 combine. Looks like a Yak-9T came in. Not sure if that was strafing something, or perhaps was trying to cover up against the Ju-87 attacks. Was forced back. Engagement between, I think it was the Panzer IV-J there, and T-34s, 1 kill apiece on that side. Panzergrenz decided not to push for the spawn, which I think was a... depends whether he's going to push forward. No, I kind of find it odd that he's just not fast moving that half track down to the spawn and just cutting off the spawn there. But he is putting the Panzergrenz in to, you know, Panzerfaust any units that come from that spawn. 17-7 for Babaryann, but honestly, I don't think this tells the story of the match, because Hobotango made such a fantastic push down south on balanced income. I mean, he was ambitious using that balanced income to push so hard, but I think the income just hurt him. He wasn't able to reinforce the north while he was pushing so far down south. That's what it feels like. It feels like if both players would have been on Vanguard, I'm not sure whether, you know, Babaryann would be 17-7 up right now. But he's certainly used the income to great effect. I mean, if you look at the northern side and all the units up here, there is just so many units right now up in the north. And Babaryann's just holding the flags and holding the double tick. I think it's a double tick. It might be a triple tick. No, I think it's a double tick. I wonder whether those arrows designate whether it's a double or a single tick. I've never noticed that before. Oh, kill onto the T-34. I think that was the Marder 2 there that got the kill. And Hobotango's T-34s are just being picked off sort of one at a time. 3 combined to get the Panzer IV-H kill. Looks like he will be able to, you know, pick up a new flag here. But 18-6, the Flemingworth, I think, have recovered a flag down here. Ooh, the T-34s are pushing forwards. I don't think that Panzergrenz in the position. No, it's 120 meter range on the Panzerfaust, so they aren't in position. Strafing run from the ME-109 G6R6, that's going to do absolutely nothing. Might as well just keep that one back as a combat air patrol. T-34s looks like they killed the Panzer on the top of the hill. But the Flammenwerfers hold the building. There's no real infantry to take that back. Well, I like the way that Hobotango is trying to come up from the flank here, which is a nice move rather than just sending units head on into this kind of position. The T-34s did make it up to the top of the hill. The Marder 2 goes down. Hobotango's got opportunities here, but I don't think he's got enough time. He's 16-8 down right now. There's 7 minutes left on the clock. I just don't think he's got enough time, but he's certainly making gains back against Babaryann right now. A Marder 2 engaging the T-34s. Ooh, I think it's going to go down, of course, yeah. It was just whether it could take out a T-34-76 on its way out. But it didn't manage to do that. If this one Panzergrenz goes down, then there's quite a bit of territory here that Hobotango can recover. So like I say, he's got opportunities. He's slowly making his way back in terms of flags on this game. There's another flag down here he can take back. This game might not be over at this point. I was feeling like it was over, but right now, no. Although the Ju-87 strike on the Gvardia is going to be a nice kill for Babaryann. I'm assuming he's going to push forward the... Oh, doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. But the Tango de Saniki can come up and just clear out those Flammenwerth. It's a unit lost, though. Let's see. I mean, Hobotango's pushing them through. He doesn't actually have to kill that Flammenwerth right now, though, because he's got the territory. So, yeah. Don't waste units where you don't need them. 15-9 to Babaryann. 6 minutes left on the clock, but there is quite a bit of territory up here in the north that Hobotango can take back if he can kill a couple of units. There's not many units here for him to kill, and there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 possible flags that he could take back. Especially because Babaryann doesn't seem to be invested in the south at all. All of his reinforcements are just going into holding his position up north. Although we do now see a Panzer IV-H come in and a Panzerschreck. So maybe I spoke too soon on that. Marder 3L as well. At this kind of range can kill that T-34-76 with its AP. So there is still a chance for that. Ooh, and the load of wounded is a nice kill. Babaryann decided to pull that one back. He did get the direct hit there. I think I would have kept that in place, if I'm honest. Because of the direct hit, he had the accuracy there. So the next hit was bound to be a hit. And I think it was a kill. But in any case, Hobotango didn't want the engagement, as completely backed off. So it's not hurt Babaryann at all by pulling back from that engagement. Ooh, the Zis-2 gun goes down there. That was quite an important gun to counter the Panther A. With this Panther A in now, there isn't much that Hobotango has to take it out. This is why he's bringing the PE-2 in to try and kill that Panther A. The mobile wagon is there. Doesn't prevent the unit from making the bombing strike. But it did hurt the accuracy. Those bombs didn't land on target, and the PE-2 does go down to the mobile wagon. Ju-87 came in for the strike, I think on the OB-25. Didn't manage to make that strike. The Zenart 37 keeps it at bay. And there's quite a few units gone down here for Hobotango. Another T-34 going down, and the Gvardia needs to back away immediately. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, I mean, that is a strong German defensive line right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Panzer IV-H's and a Half Moon defensive position. Oh, beautiful to see. After Machiki's hop into the building, one-on-one with the Pioneers. The Pioneers are going to win this thanks to the satchel charge. Oh, we reloaded them into the half track. Really nice, preventing the surrender there, but unfortunately didn't do it quick enough to prevent the satchel charge kind of killing 8 men. And interesting how this game is going to go, or how this duel is going to go. Babaryann pulls back the Pioneers, but they are being hit. Is he going to move the Aftermachikis in for the kills here? If he just moves that M2A1 around, drops off the Aftermachiki, they'll get the kill on the half track with the AT grenade, and the M2A1 will get the surrender onto the Pioneer, but he looks like he hasn't noticed the opportunity there. That would have been really nice micro. Down south we have another strafing run. I just don't see point in strafing runs with fighters anymore. They are not, unless you have a dedicated combat assault plane, CAS, ground attack striker, plane, Panzer IV-H's. I mean, that is the exact engagement distance you want with a Panzer IV-H versus a T-34-76 though. So, and they are 2-star at the top of that hill. Perfect engagement for Babaryann there. Hobotango doesn't lose the flag though, and he is able to call in a T-34-85, but 2 against 1 at that kind of distance, the Panzer IV H's can still wreak havoc on the T-34-85s. 13-11. Hobotango's pulled it back. He's still got that 6 minutes, and the arrows do designate the ticks. You look at that. How long have I been casting Steel Division 2? And I never knew that the arrows designate whether it's a double or a single tick. Tango Disanique is launching the Molotov cocktails to take down this, platoon of Panzer IV H's? I don't know whether that's the right designation, but I'm trying. As this 2 goes down there, I think to the strafing run of the MU-109 G6 Arctics, the Flemmenwerfers would have moved in for the kill anyway. But nice kill. That's kind of why you use your fighters to strafe. Don't strafe tanks. I mean, unless it's like a clutch one-on-one tank battle that will determine the entire game, I don't see any reason to strafe tanks with fighters right now. Or if it's like, you know, Panzer IIs or half-tracks, fair enough, because they're open-topped. You know, like really weak armoured tanks, like a Panzer II or something. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, look at this little push here. If Hobotango makes it behind forces, he could somehow capture more territory, but I just think there's too much to really... I don't think he's going to hold the territory. I think there's too much here, and there's leader units as well. And they don't make it. They don't make it into the town. Unfortunate. I like what Hobotango was going for there, but he has lost some expensive units in that kind of push, which could have just been used in this forest to kind of shore up the defense. So unfortunate, and it's back to a 16-8. 1 minute left on the clock. Hobotango surrenders. I was about to say he is going to lose, but what an effort from that player. Hobotango, unfortunate. Commiserations to him, but I love the effort. I love the game. What a fantastic game. 21 minutes, 2 seconds. Congratulations to Babaryann. Wins Steel Division League Season 5, Division 5. Commiserations to Hobotango. Finishes runner-up in Division 5. Babaryann, 2,400 kills to 1,200 losses. Double the kill loss score there, but that is understandable because Hobotango... Well, first of all, Babaryann was on a Vanguard income compared to balance, so he was able to get more units out on the ground early, and the match was short. And Hobotango was very aggressive on a balanced income, so he did throw away units to try and gain flags and push in the south, whereas a balanced player generally wouldn't do that. So, understandable difference, I think, kill-loss ratio there. But Babaryann definitely kept his cool despite the attacks from Hobotango in the south. Babaryann kept his cool and didn't wane from his strategy to push in the north and secure the north. He definitely did that. He reinforced the north. He then defended the north and he held on for the win. And yeah, what a fantastic game. I really enjoyed that game. Looks like Wilbert in the Marder 3, a good kill list he's got there. Although most of them half tracks. A couple of T-34s as well. Definitely did his job. Kosh, the Panzer IV Führer, may well become a commander after leading the troops in this battle to 1, 2, 3 T-34 85 kills. Not even the 76 variants. Kosh leading from the front, taking out the 85s. And that is what you want to see as a German player with your Panzer IVs. Kills onto T-34 85s. And I think pre-Burning Baltics, this was one of the kind of things that didn't work so well, and is why I think the gun range changers is quite a good move, because those 85s can now, post-burning Baltics, can now engage Panzer IV-Hs much more effectively. The T-34-85s pre-burning Baltics were... they weren't a useless tank, but they were definitely a... They weren't really a befitting their historic status kind of tank, is my basic feeling. You might disagree, but I just don't feel like they were kind of a tank that had no job because of the way that the game worked. Whereas now they do have a clear kind of job, and that's killing Panzer IVs. The interplay between T-34, 85s and Panthers is controversial in the community, but they have just been buffed back up to a 2k range on their gun, at least the 9044 variant, I believe. I'm not quite sure about the 43 variant. But yeah, the T-34-85 performance versus the Panther is controversial, but they've definitely gained ground in the engagements against the Panzer IV-H, and that was needed because they were a tank that was not really performing, which wasn't really fair, I think. Panzer IIIL did a great job taking out T-34-76s. This is a strong tank. It is 3 stars though, remember that. It does have those APCO ammunitions. You don't see this on a lot of divisions, so I don't mind this being a strong unit, to be fair. Here we have the Panther coming in, taking out a T-34-76. And the mobile wagon obviously getting the P2 kill that was trying to attack that Panther. At least I'm pretty sure it was the Panther. I mean, he might have been going after the Pat 40 next to it, but I have a feeling it was probably he was using against that against the Panther. The ZIS-2 guns, unfortunately, they couldn't do the job against the Panthers. I think there was just too much fire on the battlefield. So when he brought those ZIS-2 guns in, there was just too much fire from all the tanks that he couldn't really use them to get the kills. But really good play from Babaryann. I really liked that defensive line that he got in place up in the north. He secured positions. He didn't overstretch. You know, at one point I was talking about why doesn't he go for the spawn. You know, that was one opinion, but what I would say is there is a danger if you do that. You overstretch your forces, and Babaryann definitely didn't overstretch his forces, which in the end may well have been a saving grace for him. A big point. Let's have a look at the kills from Hobotango. His initial push was just fantastic. I really enjoyed that push. He really made that push just beautiful. It was beautiful to see. And I question whether he should change to Vanguard or Maverick based on that first push, because if he had a more aggressive income with that kind of push that he made, he might have been in a much better play in that game. So that's one for you, Hobotango, if you are watching. I don't know what your opinion is on the incomes, whether you're a die-hard balanced player, but when you were making that kind of push, yeah, you look like a Vanguard player. So try the Vanguard Maverick income styles out. I think other than that, you know, there isn't any standout kind of units here. You know, a lot of them going down on kind of one-for-one kills, which I think is where Hobotango kind of lost out. But I also think the kind of the balance on once Babaryann got into defensive positions with his tanks, his Pack 40s, his Marders, his Panzer IVs, his Panthers, it's really hard to push into that kind of a position as a Russian player without kind of artillery. You know, just pushing T-34s into ambushes of Panzer IVs and Marders and Panthers. Yeah, you were going to lose a lot of units. So it's understandable that Hobotango did lose a lot of units. There we have it. 21 minutes, 2 seconds. Congratulations to Babaryann. Does win Steel Division League Season 5, Division 5. and should be promoted to Division 4 at the least, although may well go up a couple of divisions. Who knows? I don't know how the organisers are going to work for next season. Hobotango certainly proved he's a good player, and I'd like to see him go up the divisions as well. We'll see whether that happens. Usually what Division 5 is kind of like the brand new to competitive scene sort of players. So these two have definitely proved they're good players, and I'd like to see them in the, move up divisions. But, the organisers certainly do a great job of organising. And actually, thank you to the organisers. I probably haven't said that enough, really. Thank you to the organisers. Green HD, Curbs, he does organising. Scout Spirit. And posthumously, I can't remember what the word is. He hasn't died. Maybe I've said the wrong thing now. But Pro Soccer as well, who has left the Steel Division 2 community, but did so much work for the Steel Division League. Really, thank you to him, although perhaps a bit late because, yeah, he's left the community at this point. Right. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that YouTube stuff. Check out the YouTube channel membership as well. Support me. And look forward to more Steel Division 2 games. Thanks very much for watching.